a very broken system tuning in. The man they couldn't shoot, root, or electrocute, but they tried. Oh boy, did they try. In woke heartland of Australia, Victoria, by gosh, the man who proudly told the cancel culture to go and F itself, with all its mainstream media, corrupted segments of the mainstream media, proudly telling them all to go and F themselves. And by God, was there a lot of people involved in cancel culture in the woke heartland of Australia. Let me continue on a happy note, sort of, is we have reports now of decriminalising drugs in Victoria. Brilliant. They've touched on decriminalising things, and we've got to move forward without a shadow of a doubt. Prohibition has done nothing but make organised criminals a whole heap of money. And then the part you don't see in it is that then allows them to do things like be in positions to be the winning bidder of a government contract. It allows them to be in position, and basically you just give them untold wealth easily without any reason. The same amount, we're at market cap with the drug use anyway. So people go, oh yes, but you know, we can see people using drugs everywhere. They're using drugs anyway. The wastewater won't change. They'll still be using drugs. It's just they're doing it, and you get to collate the data, which is actually very important. So as much as it like affects you when you see those people 1 inch from death, and you're like, I can't. They just hurry up and die, type of thing. Well, that human life that you're just basically wishing away, it's important to collate the data, because for the 100 years, 50 years solidly for drugs that we've been iterating through prohibition nonsense, while just listening to stories of CIA funding black ops, or, you know, while hearing of ships registered to North Korea. Interesting. Being caught at the Pong Su in Victoria, being caught importing, quarter ton of heroin. Even though you've got all that data, we've been missing very important data, and that is who uses drugs, how much they spend, the demographic, basically, because it's all kept underground. So my point is, what they're going to do, they're going to prohibition. We're going to need prohibition. But they miss the one most important ingredient of that entire model. You have to remove the sale of it from the black market. You have to remove the sale of the narcotics, the money side of it. Because right now what they're going to do, they're going to decriminalise drugs. But all the expenses that comes with drug use, rehabilitation, incarceration, etc., is still being foot by the public, which is ridiculous. So you've still got this situation where the criminals, the truest criminals, not just through circumstance or through homelessness or through addiction, like genuine organised criminals, the type that'll pimp your daughter once she runs out of money to buy her meth. They'll then turn around and happily pimp them out, you know. Oh, you've run out of mum's money, have you? Oh, well, it's okay. I go down and see Barry, go down and see Jason in St Kilda. He'll look after you. And that's the madness of it. So you've got, it's still in the hands of those type of people. So what you need to do, believe it or not, is you have to go further than just decriminalisation. You have to remove it out of all that money needs to be removed from the organised criminals, and it really does. I think Portland, they decriminalised it. Oh, geez, it's been a horrible failure. Believe me, if all of a sudden you had every single cent that you were giving to organised criminals now in government or decent people, so like good guys' hands, and part of their good guy agreement was they had to build rehabs and homeless, and it was not being funded by the public, you would have a completely different outcome, obviously. But for some reason, they're dead set on keeping it in the hands of the organised criminals, and I don't know why. I do know why. I do actually know why. Because they take their advice off the police. Sadly, I mean, no disrespect to the police, but your model hasn't worked. You're never going to out-police it. Don't even pretend it. You don't even get close. You do not even come with... Here, let me just say this. I'll finish on this one. In Victoria alone, we have 638,000 crimes reported. We have enough magistrates and judges that they see in a year 220,000. Now that is not the drugs. That is not each sale there's 10 crimes. That is not with each one of those 638,000 reports would be a possible another 10 charges, maybe more, maybe 50. Hey, Joe Blow is selling drugs on the corner of Smith Street. Okay, then they go around to Smith Street house and there's all manner of stolen gear and guns and what have you. So you see, with each one of those 638,000 charges, there's a chance there's 10, 20, 30, 50 charges. My point is, we're about 500,000 charges. That's just in reports before you even begin. Our system just cannot cope. It pretends it can. It tells you, the public, bunkum, trying to make you feel better about a situation you've been told since you were a kid. Like, yeah, we're gonna get this one, those scumbag junkies. Oh, we're gonna get them. It's just the nonsense. It's just costing you bucket loads, bazillions. And until we actually wake up, what I would suggest they should be doing is, for example, take maybe cannabis. That is a given. That should be fully legal, blah, blah, blah. No brainer. It should just be people, if they want to smoke a joint, let them. And it should be sold just as if you go and buy a can of Coke, full open slather. Then what they should do is they should take at least one drug. Perhaps heroin is a good example. It's very addictive and a lot of people die from it. So it'd be a good place to start. Take heroin and that's it, mate. It's legal. That bad boy is taken out of the hands of the organised criminals, and let's have a look. Let's come back in 5 years and we'll tell you drug use is the same, homelessness is down, employment is up, blah, 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 blah. Culture has shifted. Richmond is Victoria's little hotspot for heroin use, and it has been since the Vietnam War era, when the heroin came through the Golden Triangle, through the Asian, Golden Triangle in Asia, which led to Victoria's hotspot, just like Cabramatta. Don't misconstrue that as they do in the modern era. Racist stereotyping, bollocks, it's just the truth. In Cabramatta, high Vietnamese population, high heroin sales. Same thing, Richmond had high Vietnamese population, high heroin sales. Footscray in Victoria had high Vietnamese population. It also had high heroin for a time there in the 90s. All the Vietnamese communities, Springvale, Footscray, Richmond, Sunshine, which were all Vietnamese little subgroups, were all the areas you went for your heroin. It's just the way it is. I mean, no disrespect or anything. It's not racist. It's just fact. So my point is, those places would look like completely different areas. All of a sudden you would have it off the street. You'd have no organised... Anyway, my point is, take one or two drugs aside cannabis, perhaps ecstasy too, and try it, because the system we have now, you couldn't be doing any worse. I'll finish on this. Any system, any model, so our model on a business model, government model, any model on our drug use, on illicit drugs, any model that sees your child, or worse, your grandchild, or possibly if you're lucky enough, your great-great-grandchild, buying their first joint of marijuana, that's cannabis, marijuana, seeing your children buying their first joint off the very same people that might also sell them their first shot of heroin or first puff of methamphetamine, is probably a pretty shit system. It's probably a pretty shit model, right? Of course, right. Speak soon, guys.